Big three. Yeah, 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 yeah. Big three, come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Three. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies ballin' out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple. If you check the roster, got a 3-hand monster. Now them killer threes are like killer bees. Start dropping threes like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got the summer on lock. Big three on Fox.
If that don't get you fired up, I don't know what will. Ready for week 4, Big 3 basketball right here on FS1 as we roll into the Detroit Motor City, y'all. Little Caesars Arena for another week of exciting 3-on-3 action. Yeah, they love this guy in Detroit. Former Finals MVP for the Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Phillips, Mr. Big Shot himself, hanging out with Jason Maxfield earlier tonight. Josh Childress walking through with Fresno's very own Deshaun Stevenson. Deshaun finally got those threes to fall for him. Of course, he was so pivotal last year. And how good has B. Diddy been this season? His first season in the Big 3 could be the league's MVP. How good has Big 3 basketball been this season? I'm Mike Hill from Little Caesars Arena. We're nearly halfway through the regular season, and the action has been intense. It's been competitive and full of parity. As a matter of fact, by the end of the night, we're going to have one lone undefeated team remaining for you as we got a battle of the unbeaten between Tri-State and the Three-Headed Monsters in our marquee matchups. One of 3 big games we have for you right here on FS1 Live. Meanwhile, Trilogy, a team that went undefeated last year, won it all last year, they finally got their first win of the season over the Killer 3's. That game was on Facebook, and it was an intense game as we saw our very first ejection in Big 3 action. Meta World Peace making more memories. A guy that makes a lot of memories in a lot of clubs around the nation, especially here in Detroit. Well, his name is Jim Jackson. He's hanging out with my man Brian Cusson. They're going to take you through the night right here on FS1. Fellas.
All right, Mike.
Unreal,
I think he's trying to tell on you, man.
Hey, man, listen, I'm from Toledo, bro. Snitches get stitches where I'm from, man. That's between me and you, bro.
Absolutely.
Leave it there.
What we do in Toledo
stays in Toledo,
exactly,
man. Come on, man.
Exactly. Welcome to week 4 of the Big 3. I am Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. Listen, we're almost at the midway point of the season. And as Mike pointed out, later on tonight, we're going to get a matchup of the 2 only unbeatens here. Tri-State will be taking on the Three-Headed Monsters. And if you're the Three-Headed Monsters, you got to figure out how can you go forward and continue to win without Rashard Lewis, injured himself with an Achilles, out for the season. He was the league MVP last year.
Well, it's hard because you can't replace what he can do on the court in regards to knocking down jump shots, isolation plays, but he attracts the defense, and now he opens up opportunities for his teammates. But Jamario Moon has come in 5 seasons in the NBA. He's long, he's athletic, he can knock down shots. But I think Gary Payton is going to look at Quintel Wood, a guy that can really play defense. He's long as well to step up the scoring. On the other end, Amari Stoudemire big time. How about Nate Robinson? They're still looking to go undefeated.
Yeah, now let's talk about the first game you're going to see here on FS1. You've got the Ball Hogs taking on 3's Company. 3's Company is led by Baron Davis. He's having an MVP type season. But for the Ball Hogs, got their first victory last week, thanks in part to Deshaun Stevenson, who certainly came alive, Jim.
Well, he came alive, but with Deshaun, it's all about making that first shot to see it go in. And once he does that, the rest of his game opens up. The ability to stretch the defense is his forte, but how about making plays, heads-up play right here to keep the ball active? These are important scoring opportunities, and then somebody got to step up and make a big shot. D. Stevenson said, why not beat me? Got him the first victory, 21 points, up 5 3-point shots.
Averaging 14 on the season, 5 3-pointers last week, 21 points. What will he do for an encore this week? We are in the D, the Motor City, Detroit. It's the Big 3 here on FS1.
Here is what we know about Baron Davis. We're 3 games in, and B. Diddy can still ball. The handle is still loosey-goosey. He has the ball on a string. Sweat pours off him. He could get to the hole anytime he wants.
He is a wizard with that basketball.
And when he gets his jump shot going, he may be the biggest problem in the Big 3.
Davis for 4.
And he's the only guy I know who leads a big comeback, hits the game winner.
3 for the win. Baron Davis.
And the first thing he does before he gives any of his teammates a high five is go to have some French fries with his kids. Baron Davis is back. And we're back with the man himself, Baron Davis. We are in Detroit City, Detroit Rock City. What is the city of Detroit, the basketball? What did it mean to you growing up?
You know, being a Laker fan, watching Detroit, being my Lakers, fell in love with Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, and it's just the whole bad boy, just from that mentality. And then, you know, it's legacy here. It's basketball legacy in Detroit. Hard-working people, great crowd. You know, we're going to come on, put on the show.
All right, you're playing fantastically this season. How much fun are you having, and what do you expect from this game today, Baron?
You know, it's a smaller team, so it's a better matchup for us. But, you know, this is fun, man. You can't ask for more.
All right, do you think heroic antics on the way? Fellas, let's get it popping.
Absolutely. Averaging 22 on the season in his 2-1 3's company. Looking to take on the 1 and 2 Ball Hogs here from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Let's go right to the standings, and 3's company is right in the heart of it. They want to keep pace with power, those three-headed monsters, and Tri-State. One of those two teams has got to lose tonight. And if you are the Ball Hogs, you want to get to 500 with a victory. And our rosters for the Ball Hogs, led by the Hall of Famer Rick Barry, Sean Stevenson. What a game he had last week. 3's company, they're led by Michael Cooper and Baron Davis, who's had an MVP-like season thus far for 3's company.
Unbelievable start for BD. You know, the presence that he has on the court, I think, has really inspired this 3's company team to perform at another level. Such a tough guard, but a great matchup between Andre Owens and Baron Davis, so let's keep our eye on that.
Here's Josh Childress, rises over to Sean Stevenson, no. And Andre Owens says he's got a lot of motivation. He played for 3's company last season. Owens drives, lays it right in, and he goes right to work against his former squad.
Well, here's the thing, too, with Baron Davis, if you're playing against him, he's going to make you work. So you're going to return that favor and make him honor you on the defensive end, and that's something that Andre Owens just did on that first possession.
Here's Baron Davis and Owens. Steps back, knocks it down in the lane.
Sometimes it's just easy. You don't have to do a lot. Get to your spot, fade away. You know exactly where your sweet spot is at, and that time Baron Davis able to walk Andre Owens right into the lane, patting the fadeaway jump shot.
Speaking of Owens, right back at you. That one right in the grill of DeMar Johnson. Here's former Piston Jason Maxiell. Maxiell grabs it, puts it right in. We're tied up at 4.
And good pick and roll that time with DeMar Johnson. Kind of threw it behind Jason Maxiell, but he was able to, those big paws, catch it, and all in one fluid motion, still be able to finish over the top inside.
Oh, with the step back.
Statement for Owens right now?
He said, I'm going at my old squad. He told me that right before this game. He said, I'm going at these guys. He's got 6 points. Maxiell, good dish to DeMar Johnson.
How about that? Maxiell returning the favor to DeMar Johnson. DeMar took care of him on the pick and roll. He said, I got your back, teammate. Slip back door to nice find that time by Maxiell.
Josh Childress crossed his own self over. Maxiell lays it in, fouled by Childress.
If we go back one, Jason Maxiell feels the pressure. DeMar Johnson just frees himself on the base. I don't know what happened to the help defense and on the turnover. Again, knowing the rules that you can take it right back, BD. Able to get it inside for Jason Maxiell, see if he can get an old-fashioned three-point play.
Knocks it down, Maxiell. Spent 10 years in the league, former Piston. Played for Orlando and Charlotte as well, back home. 3-point lead for 3's company. Sean Stevenson for his first 3 of the game.
Another good sign. I'm telling you, last year, when Deshaun saw it go in early, the body language, see a 4-point shot hit by BD was totally
good tip.
different.
And Maxiell missed the follow-up. Tip pass there by DeMar Johnson. Stevenson. And halfway gets the roll.
I mean, basically, that's a 5-point play. I mean, shift, because you missed 2. and you give up 3.
We are in the Motor City in the Ball Hogs with a 3-point lead over 3's company. It's the Big 3 on FS1. Week 4 of the Big 3. We're in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Ball Hogs with a 3-point lead over 3's company. Let's go on the court. Michael Rapaport with his basketball twin.
Why are you eyeballing me, Scal?
Why you eyeballing me?
You're eyeballing me like you got a problem with me.
You got the mic.
I'm trying to conduct an interview here, man.
Do your job.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
Do your job.
Yo, cut this interview short, man. I don't want to talk to this guy. This is like, what is that? I'm trying to do an interview on live TV. The guy looks like he wants to fight me. You want to take a shot at me, Mamba? Take a shot at me.
Look,
I'm right here.
Look at this. Earlier, before the game, you guys are warming up together, right?
That guy looks like he wants to take a shot at me.
Now look at this here. And look. Unbelievable.
He hurt himself. He hurt himself. His vertical was about 2 inches, and then he came down wrong, jumping so high.
Oh, those two, they're like stepbrothers.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you.
Here's Andre Emmett working on the white mamba, Brian Scalabrine. And Andre Emmett takes him to school.
Not only took him to school, put him on some skates.
Oh, my.
Scal, the white mama, didn't know which way to go. Andre Emmett, look at his chop.
There you go. Here's Andre Owens. Short.
Follow the shot, he would have had it.
You know it's ice under this floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you just know that, right? Because there you go, right there. Scal just trying to do what he can do, man. Just as soon as he reacted, Emmett was somewhere else, bro.
Here's Dante Jones. New acquisition of 3's company. Andre Emmett backing down Deshaun Stevenson. Scalabrine clears it. And he's working on Dante Jones. And here's the push by Dante. 3's company, led by Michael Cooper, won 5 titles with the Lakers. Hall of Famer Rick Barrett.
Two coaches, opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, one's a scorer, one's a great defender.
Yeah.
Here's the crossover, Deshaun Stevenson. Kick out to Scalabrine, knocks down the 3.
And Scal wanted that because that last play, Dante Jones is playing real physical with him. A lot of times they leave Scal open for the shot, and how about the dish and the presence again? Deshaun Stevenson making plays, not just scoring with teammates.
Baron Davis rocked him, misses that jumper. Here's Deshaun Stevenson open for 3. Four-point lead for the Ball Hogs.
Move the ball.
3 on the shot clock, and Stevenson traveled.
Move the ball.
Take another look here at the crossover by Deshaun Stevenson.
You know, I love the camera from overhead because you can see everything. Again, as a defensive player, Emmett, you try to anticipate where the player is going, and that time, that's a left to right crossover, okay? A lot of times, guys with their strong hand like to do it right to left.
Move it and go get it back if you have to. Get to move the ball.
Jermaine Taylor checks in for the Ball Hogs. He had a great game. And Dante Jones rocks the Mamba. Of course, Dante Jones was traded for Derek Byers. Out for the Trilogy squad. Here's Taylor. Jones messes up the alley-oop.
What we saw earlier with Trilogy on the Facebook game, that the Derek Byers trade paid off for them. Let's see if that pays dividends for 3's company with Dante coming over.
Andre Owens draws the foul on Baron Davis. 2-point lead for the Ball Hogs, who got their first victory just last week. Beat the Ghost Ballers. 3's company got themselves a thrilling 2-point victory over Trilogy last week.
Ah, man, freaking free throws. Wait!
They say that ball went out on Andre Emmett.
3 in a row.
So ball hogs. First team to 25, we go to the half. Here's Scalabrini. The kick out to Owens. 2 on the shot clock. Step back for 3.
But see, in that last possession, you see Barron lining up for a 4-point shot.
Splash Brothers range. Steps inside, knocks down the 3.
Well, as I said, the last possession by the Ball Hogs, Scalabrini passes up a layup, a good shot, and it forces them to get deep in the shot clock. Now you end up taking a tough contested shot, and Baron Davis makes you pay. You got to take those layups when you got an opportunity.
1-point lead for 3's company. Good dish to Scalabrini, swept away by Baron Davis. Owens, step back. Got it. 6 lead changes here. The ball holds up 1.
That's a tough shot. I mean, that step back over Jermaine Taylor.
Here's Emmett. They kick out and they swing it to Baron Davis.
See how we stand on the shots we got on rebound.
Scalabrini drives, left it short.
All right, that's what you got to do. Right thought process, but you got to make Scal finish in there.
Baron Davis lost it. He lost it going up.
He counted those 2 points. Sometimes you can be anxious. BD, you don't see this often. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He's up. He's ready to go. And it's up.
He wanted to dunk that one. He was looking to yoke it. Here's Jermaine Taylor. After Dante Jones lays it in.
Yeah, in last week's game, I liked how Jermaine Taylor came out. He had 11 points. 11 of his 15 points in the first half kind of set the tone for the Ball Hogs. Multi-dimensional scorer.
Andre Emmett given the space, knocks down the jumper. 1-point lead for Ball Hogs.
Hey, you can't let him push off to get open. Come on, Matt.
Here's Stevenson.
You got Dante.
Kicks it to Taylor. And he's still got the hot hand from last week.
Well, you know, but I think the thing is with Andre Emmett, he respects that Jermaine Taylor's quickness, so he's slow to close out, but when you close out, you see the shot go up, you got to close that gap down a little bit more. Contest the shot, and there's Emmett using that big body, physical nature to get inside.
3-point. And we go to the half. First team to 25. It's halftime. Here's Taylor. Tried to leave it all for Childress. Nearly stolen. Taylor got it back. He'll go to the line.
Well, great defense initially by Dante Jones to deflect the pass, but Ball Hogs and Taylor able to stay with it. Benefit of the doubt in regards to getting the ball back right there off a hustle play by Dante Jones again. Jermaine Taylor, right place, right time.
Here's Taylor out of Florida. Been a couple of seasons in the NBA.
Yes, go. Go. Get a stop.
At 15 last week. Ball Hogs are just a point away from the half. Here's Andre Emmett. Missed it off the glass. Picked up by DeMar Johnson. He knocks down the jumper.
Bad bounces we got. Let's get a point. Let's get a score here.
1 score by the Ball Hogs. We go to the half. Childress. Oh, missed it. And Deshaun Stevenson open for 3.
It was short that time. Good contest.
Nearly stolen away by Taylor. And so now 3's company can knock down the 3, and we go to the half. And Michael Cooper knows that, and he's going to bring in Baron Davis.
My thing is just make a cut to the basket or make a movement. Come on, Andre. Let's go. Be back out there in a second. Let's go.
Here's Baron Davis now. 5 on the shot clock. Get the dish to Maxio, who lays it in.
How about the patience that time by Baron Davis? The experience right there, time and scored, knew how much time he had on the shot clock, didn't panic, but he allowed Maxio to clear enough space, drop it down inside for that easy.
Former Pistons got 7. Here's Taylor. Headsy. Handles. Kick out. Childress. Baron Davis. The rebound. A bucket. We go to the half. Maxio tried to follow. All tied up at 24. Next bucket, we go to the half. Here's Stevenson. Baron Davis knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, got away with a little slap there on Stevenson's hand.
Hey,
7 seconds on the shot clock right now for Ball Hogs.
Stay up, DJ.
Here's Taylor.
Stay up.
And DeMar Johnson. Gets him in the air.
You had 6 seconds and a half of great defense, and then right at the end going for the pump fake, and smartly Jermaine Taylor kind of initiated a little bit of that contact to get to the line.
Hey, Ralph, you can't bail him out on that. They only had a couple of seconds. You got to make him score.
Maxio pulls down the board. Here's Baron Davis. Yes, for 3. And 3's company will head into the half. Up 3, 27-24, thanks to Baron Davis.
Why not? You in the half, off of a defensive rebound, quickly out, and Jermaine Taylor, you got to realize that Baron is right there. You got to get there quicker. But again, the quick decision, Baron able to square up his shoulder, splash, going into the half.
Let's go on the court. Michael Rapaport with Dante Jones.
All right, Dante Jones, you just joined 3's company. How does it feel? What do you think of this team? What do you think the cohesiveness so far?
Got a great group of guys. They like sharing the ball, having fun playing basketball, so it's a good team to be on.
Now, you're a very intense guy your entire career, but I've seen you smile and actually laugh off the court. Is this something you do on purpose? Because I think your entire career, I never saw you smile or laugh, and I feel like you might even smile or laugh right now. What's your deal, Dante?
I'm a competitor at heart, and when I get on the court, I'm serious. It's all serious business. I have fun with this game, but I love to compete, and I take this game very seriously.
All right, well, keep going out there. Keep doing your thing. Good luck. B?
Mike, appreciate it. 3's company with a 3-point lead, thanks in part to Baron Davis. They're trying to go 3-1. It's the Big 3 here on FS1.
Welcome back to Little Caesars Arena. Don't forget Sunday on Fox. It is the final game of the greatest World Cup ever, as France, the powerhouse, takes on upstart Croatia that's been shocking the world, just as England in the FIFA World Cup final. Coverage begins Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. Our score, we are at the half. The Ball Hogs in a back-and-forth affair trail 3's company and Baron Davis 27-24. Hey, I'm Mike Hill here at the half, Little Caesars Arena. The first game of the night was on Facebook, and we finally saw last year's champions get on the board in the win column. Trilogy got the win tonight against the Killer 3's, and we saw our first ever ejection in Big 3 play. Meta World Peace. He got kicked out very early for kicking the ball. I guess he's into the World Cup action himself. As for the game, Al Harrington was big once again for Trilogy. Of course, he's been a vital part of that team, of course, since the Big 3 started. He had 15 points in the first half, but how about the contribution of one Derek Byers? In his first game with Trilogy, he made a big difference, a huge spark for them, as Trilogy once again got the victory tonight, 52-39 over the Killer 3's. As we take a look at the stars of the game, you see Al Harrington, 15 of his 19 points coming in that first half. Steven Jackson with 11 and 8 in a losing effort. Hey, don't forget, every Friday night, Facebook will be your exclusive home to the first game of the Big 3. Next week, we will roll into Miami. It all comes your way next Friday, July 20th, live at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Facebook. Hey, don't forget about this game. Andre Owens for Ball Hogs getting it going as well. He's got 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting. doing it all as Ball Hogs look for their second win of the season. But right now, 3's company has the lead. And guys, man, look, 3's company has his lead because of one Baron Davis. How good has he been so far in Big 3 play? It seems like he can still play in the NBA if he wanted to, but the Big 3 is happy to have him right now. Let's go back to B. Cuss and Jim Jackson.
Thanks, Mike. You're right. Listen, Baron Davis is averaging 22 points on the season. Last week, 27. Week before that, 24. Consistent throughout.
Well, I said this before. Some people are just professional scorers. They know how to put the ball in the basket. It's no different with Baron Davis. He can get you inside with a post-up, fade away, outside with a three-point shot. But I think what he brings is a level of experience and energy, and his teammates are feeding off him. Andre Emmett, great first half, and also Jason Maxwell, especially in that pick and roll, makes it so tough to stop.
Now, for the Ball Hogs, got the first victory last week. What do they need to do to get their second victory here?
Well, they're right in striking distance, only down 3 points. I think Andre Owens has to continue to press the button and stay aggressive. And Stevenson, knocking down shots like that.
Got it to roll in. And we're all tied up now at 27.
But there you go. You start the half off with a dribble drive penetration. You help you make the right decision. And Stevenson, with that soft touch from outside, able to knock it in.
The dish to Maxio. And he's fouled by Andre Owens. So Maxio will go to the line and shoot 1 for 2.
Well, if there's young kids that are watching this right now, that pick and roll, perfect timing for Franny, our producer. He allowed Jason Maxwell again to clear, so he took 2 dribbles off the pick and roll. The defense had to make a decision, slow to react. Baron Davis made the right play. That's how you run the classic pick and roll.
Here's Owens. Stevenson for 3. Gets it back. Missed them both. Owens drives with 10 on the shot clock. And they're going to call the foul on DeMar Johnson.
But that's how Andre Owens started the game. He was aggressive by looking to shoot, but also, more importantly, I think for him, is trying to beat Baron Davis off the dribble. Force BD to have to expend some energy guarding him off the dribble. Don't bail him out by just settling for some longer jump shots.
We let them, then it's 2.5 minutes. Then we'll have one after that. We'll have one.
2-point lead now for the Ball Hogs.
And a 20.
Owens now in double figures.
Right. If we call it, especially late into the thing, then
Here's Baron Davis from distance. Maxio snags the offensive board, puts it right back in. Jason Maxio, 9 points now.
When you think about with the Ball Hogs lineup, who else out there has the beef to kind of keep Maxio off the board?
That's it.
Stevenson is all of a sudden gone cold.
Yeah, but it's a good shot. I mean, the right pass by Josh Childress off the dribble penetration, and Stevenson in the corner. You got to take that shot.
There goes 9-2. Good shot. Good shot.
Stevenson's now missed his last 4 shots.
We missed a lot of. Got a lot of good penetration and kicks, and we're not making the shot.
Cut, DJ! Out the way.
Baron Davis. 2 on the shot clock.
Off his heel.
Good defense there by Deshaun Stevenson.
Why wouldn't it be right here? I mean, the ball went. I know, but why wouldn't it be right there where it went out of bounds? I mean, we had bounds right there. I don't. What the hell was that?
Knocked away. Steal. Baron lays it in. And he comes up a little gimpy. And he just signaled Michael Cooper, I need to come out. He's got 10 points.
Make those mistakes.
Stevenson, he's now missed 5 straight.
Time out. Time out.
Just the injury. Just the injury. Yeah.
2-point lead. As you can see, that right quad, Baron Davis. Big 3 here on FS1. 3's company with a 2-point lead, but throughout the timeout, they've been working on the right quad of Baron Davis.
What talked to him, he said when he planted, he planted too hard, and now it's in his quad. That's where the injury took place. But great play out of the timeout. Again, when you can dribble baseline and the defense has to sink, all you have to do is get into your teammate's view. You're going to have an open shot either in the corner or up top like we saw by DeMar Johnson.
Good take by Josh Childress. 3-point lead for 3's company. First team to 50 is the winner. You got to win by 2. Here's Andre Emmett. Couple of ball fakes. Knocked away by Deshaun Stevenson. 4 now on the shot clock. Knocked away again. And Deshaun Stevenson comes up with the steal. Stevenson has missed 6 straight.
Yeah, that one he shot a little flat-footed, B. I mean, that one he didn't get the elevation, hence.
And DeMar Johnson has knocked down a couple of triples.
Now, see, that wasn't flat-footed. The arc was up. The rotation was there.
Going in for this.
Andre Emmett lays it up and in.
Did you see Max Hill? When he came in, that big body just cleared Josh Childress right out the way. It opened up for Emmett to get that easy layup inside.
Stay on his right.
Great defense.
Here's Stevenson. Step back. Too strong.
Yeah, but I like that it was better elevation that time. It's just a little long, like you said, strong, but I like the elevation on that jump shot.
Here's Childress.
Go get it, Emmett.
Here's Andre Emmett now. Drives, banks, no. It will be up to Emmett.
Timeout.
DeMar Johnson to provide some scoring punches. Baron Davis nursing our right quad. Dante Jones will check back in. DeMar Johnson to have a seat.
Come on, Max, take a quick one. Get back
Ball
out.
Hogs have made just one of their last 8 shots. They're stuck on 31.
Well, think about this, too. Where are their shots coming from, B? A lot of it is contested long three-pointers instead of what they were doing well early, which was attacking off the dribble. I tell you, you don't want to fall in love with the three-point shot in a situation when you go cold.
DeMar Johnson certainly has not gone cold.
Hey, we gotta play defense. Let's go.
3's company 8 points away from victory. They're on a 10-0 run. And they are up 11 over the Ball Hogs.
Hey, guys, no, hey, it's a simple thing.
We gotta go rebound, y'all.
We take another look at the last 3 by DeMar Johnson.
Come on, Franny. This is my break to eat a pretzel, and you come back with a replay.
DeMar Johnson with 13.
And he shot out of his butt.
And he is already 3
We got to
of 4.
try to attack the basket, see if we can get some
behind the
foul
arc.
trouble, and play tough
Off
defense.
guard.
If we had the penetration and kicks were there, we just weren't making some of the shots. But let's keep attacking the basket. Then we got to just play good defense. If we can get some stops, score a few baskets, and hopefully maybe get him into foul trouble, and then we can take advantage of that one rule. But we can't live with the 3.
Be aggressive.
The Hall of Famer Rick Barry echoing exactly what you talked about. Let's take it to the basket. We cannot live with the 3s.
Listen, I don't claim to be the smartest, but I ain't the dumbest either. Okay? I know when you're not making shots, in particular long jump shots, now's the chance for you to get to the basket, not only make layups, but try to get your opponent in foul trouble in regards to getting to the penalty and score the ball that way.
Here's Taylor. Taylor drives. Left hand, yes. 9-point lead.
That time Andre Emmett tried to,
Spread.
he
Go
bailed
to
out
work,
the,
Emmett. Go
on
to work.
defense that time by trying to get it over the top and couldn't get it.
Strip. Owens. No. Here's Dante Jones now. And Owens with the push.
All right, I'm down here on the
DT.
3's company bench with unprecedented access, okay? I'm the only one in the building who has this access. I'm sitting here right next to Baron Davis. Baron, you tweaked your ankle. Are you going to continue to play?
No, we got a good lead. We got a good unit out there. Stay in front. Make them finish. That's a good move. That's a good move. Hey, through the...
unprecedented access. You listen, I get the guys when they don't want to talk, okay? No one else in sports gets the guys when they actually don't want to talk. Jimmy, Brian, you could talk to guys when they're like, hey, I'm here to be interviewed.
Right.
I get the guys when they're like, I don't want to talk to you, Mike Rapp. That's called unprecedented access. Hashtag unprecedented access.
Do you think it could be you?
No, you know what the problem is? He asked Barron about his ankle when it was his quad. That's why he didn't want to talk to you.
Well, that's called bad information.
No, who gave you the information?
You!
No,
You said ask him about his ankle. You're supposed to be an insider. You played with these guys.
Andre Emmett lays it in, and 3's company is 2 points away from another victory.
Hashtag not paying attention while he's on the side.
Right.
Hashtag that. Unprecedented access.
Emmett now has 10 points. Here's Deshaun Stevenson. To Owens. Taylor.
Oh, good defense again by DeMar Johnson, cutting off the drive.
The drive laid up and in by Taylor. Nice move.
No, Jermaine Taylor stayed with him. I mean, the initial defense twice by DeMar cut him off, but Jermaine Taylor just stayed with it, lowered his shoulder, got to the opposite side of the rim for that layup.
Point game. Andre Emmett in and out. Deshaun Stevenson drives the baseline up and under. No, Emmett. Spins the lane. No, but there's a foul on Stevenson.
The thing about Andre Emmett, he plays like a bull, so he initiates a lot of contact. And as a defender, you got to put a body on him, but he does an excellent job of using your body.
And he could have won it with that free throw, but it comes out. Taylor knocks down the three. And the ball Hogs still have life.
Well, make you pay. You got to, you know, and we said this, how important it is to make free throws, especially at the end of the game. You could have got this over with to give ball Hogs a little life.
Here's Emmett working on Stevenson.
Okay, that's okay. If the first one's not,
Here's the reach.
the second one. Has to be the second one.
Again, when you're over 46 points,
So you can't get a.
and you're not in, and you're in the penalty, that initial foul
Hey, no.
after being in the penalty, if it's a non-shooting foul, goes to the side.
Yes.
Push it off.
The next foul, like right now,
That's 4 on them.
he goes back to the penalty and now is able to get to the free throw line.
That's on Dante Jones being fouled by Jermaine Taylor.
Come on, Max. Max, you got to get him. Got to get him, Max. You got to get him. Let's go.
Jermaine Taylor right
Gotta
here,
get him.
swoop, and then
Oh, okay.
Dante,
Shoot it.
as you and I both know, that floor don't
Come on,
bend, bro.
D.
You know, especially when you hit it dead on with your knee. Been there plenty of times, man.
Let's see with Dante Jones. He can win it with the free throw. He's got 4 points. Make that 6. And 3's company walks away with victory. Their 3rd of the season. They're now 3-1. And still very much so in the hunt towards the top of the standings. Let's go on the court with our Michael Rapaport.
All right, I'm here with DeMar Johnson. You guys won this game.
Yeah.
3's company. You got Dante Jones. You got Michael Cooper. You got Baron Davis. How you feeling about your team this season?
I feel good about us, Mike. I mean, even when I drafted the team early this year, I knew we had some dogs with us. And, you know, I mean, I ain't seen BD in a while, but BD's coming out here, and he's been our most powerful force.
All right, you guys are playing like a team.
Yeah.
You're passing, you're giving, you're cutting. Do you think it's rude that Brian and Jimmy Jackson, they have access to food, but they don't pass, they don't cut. They're not like Rap, you want a hot dog or a pretzel. Be honest.
Hey, man, Jimmy's my guy. I used to have to get him food as a rookie when I was a rookie, so I'm used to getting Jimmy food all the time.
All right. Brian, Jimmy, I think he said it without saying it. It's rude.
I tell you what, we got a matchup of a couple of unbeatens coming up. Mike Hill comes your way after this break. It's the Big 3 here on FS1.